Y- Y'all ready? I'm ready.
Y'all ready? I'm ready.
Alright, we are ready, and we are live.
Y'all ready? I'm ready. It's episode 31 this week of the BDB. We're a couple days late. Our apologies.
I'm busy,
But
fuck off.
yeah, he's busy. Oh, wait, wait. On one of your busy days, you went to Starbucks. You got to tell this story. Start it. Just go.
Alright, so I was at work and I got like 10 minutes to go out of my site and grab a coffee, right? So I think this was the day that the Taylor Swift re-release Red album came out. So Starbucks was doing this secret menu promotion thing. What you have to do is you have to go to the cashier and you tell them you want a Taylor's drink or whatever it's called. So I go in the Starbucks, I'm like a dude. I got my work stuff on. I go in and I tell the cashier, "Look, don't laugh, but do you have this Taylor Swift drink?" And she starts laughing, and I said,
Oh,
"Dude, you said you weren't gonna laugh."
this is what,
Anyways,
9 a.m.?
yeah, it was like 9 a.m. See, like me, fucking walk into a Starbucks in my work clothes and ask for a fucking Taylor Swift drink. it's, it's funny, yeah.
Were you
I
wearing like the? Were they like bright and flashy like clothes?
Yeah,
Or
it
like
was like yeah, let's just say it was like
flashy clothes?
yeah, flashy
Yeah.
clothes, like
All right.
yeah,
Gotcha. The
kind,
colors were
yeah,
eye-popping colors.
yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. But
Well,
I
did she actually say though she wasn't gonna laugh? Did she
No,
say
I
that
said
or did
don't laugh. She kind of nodded, and then I said you have this Taylor Swift drink,
Oh
and
my
then she
God.
fucking laughed. Maybe if I didn't say anything, she wouldn't have laughed.
And then wait. You gotta tell people how they wrote your name. You have a
Oh,
picture of it.
oh man. But I no, I'll have to tell my name right.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah, no, let's
Fair
not do.
enough.
They butchered it. They New York Eddie Brocked it. Let's just say.
Yeah, I forgot about that. They oh my God. I'll say one thing is when they wrote last time I got Starbucks a long time ago, they named me after a Pokemon. They wrote a Pokemon's name. I'm not gonna say which Pokemon, but
Oh man, that's
let's just
hilarious.
say that actually no, I don't mind saying it. The Pokemon's name is he wears a karate gi, and I'll leave it at
Hitmonchan?
that. No, it's a karate Pokemon though.
Oh, I don't
Just
know.
leave we'll leave it
I'm
at
not
that. The
good.
viewers comment down below on the YouTube if you want to guess what it is.
I don't know the
It'll be
fucking
fun. We'll
name.
play a game in the comments.
See,
Guess.
see, even though I know your actual name, it's hard for I'm so bad with Pokemon names. I still can't figure it out.
Yeah, but I got named after a karate Pokemon when I
That's
asked
awesome.
my Fappuccino.
Yeah.
Not Frap, Fap.
So I had the drink. I think it was pretty good. I think it's some what the fuck is it? Non-fat latte with caramel something. I forgot, but it was pretty good.
Is it just called? What did you say? Just Taylor Swift drink? Is that all you
I
say?
think your the actual word is Taylor's version, because that's what all
Taylor's version.
yeah, because that's what all these new albums are called, right? Because it's her version
Oh,
of the album that she didn't own before.
is that drink something she would get anyway before, and they just
I
made it into a drink?
yeah, I think so.
Ah.
It's kind of like all that McDonald's shit with Travis Scott and I shouldn't say Travis Scott
It's,
anymore.
it's, it's,
It's a
it's perpetuating the white chick in Starbucks stereotype.
it's not helping, and it's not helping. When I went in, they were playing Taylor Swift. To be fair, like
Maybe you're a white
it's
chick at heart, by the way.
yeah, I fucking
They were
cat.
playing her? Wait, they played her music that time too? You walked in?
Yeah, it was the day her album came out. Like, I'm not
Oh, so
surprised.
that was probably part of the
Starbucks is
promotion.
peak fucking Taylor Swift, bro.
I guess so. That's
Yeah.
perfect for you. You're now a Starbucks
I
patron.
no, I don't go there. I'm a black coffee guy. I don't need a gabagook or a frappuccino or whatever the fuck they call
Why Gabagool? That's not even. That's
it. Joey
music.
is
Gabagool
fucking
isn't even.
Joey.
Gabagool is the Sopranos. The Gabagool. You
Yeah.
got the Gabagool.
I need a black fucking coffee.
I need a coffee after this.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna ask you? Listen, I'm having a Joe Biden moment. I don't
You're
remember.
always having a Joe. Your whole life is a Joe Biden moment.
Thank you very much. No, but I finally watched. Um, it's been years since it came out, but The Tick. I saw season one of it, and that
Yeah.
was like they're really quick, like 20-minute episodes.
Good.
That was really good. It's I enjoyed the hell out of it. If you guys want a different like take on the superhero stuff, please check out The Tick. It's a shame they canceled it though.
Yeah.
That's what stops a lot of people though. It's like, why would I watch it if it gets canceled? I mean, it's a fair assessment or a fair thing to say, but it's great. And speaking of superhero stuffs, there's a couple things I gotta talk about. First off, is that at our age, like we kind of are familiar with the '90s X-Men the animated series, and that's getting like revived on Disney Plus. It's called X-Men '97. I read that on a commute, and I almost shitted and cummed myself.
So is that where the memes are from?
Which memes?
The Wolverine on the bed looking at the
Yes,
oh, that's
yes.
awesome.
That is exactly where the memes are from.
Yeah.
And I like as a fan of that series, I managed to like watch every episode finally like last summer during quarantine, and I still quote that show to this day, like Gambit saying, my best Chris Potter Gambit impression, or me yelling like Charles Xavier, like "You're driving me insane." And unfortunately, we're not getting back Professor X, his voice actor, because I think he's like 80 years old, the guy. Um, but apparently, like besides like him, Jubilee, and Cyclops, like everybody else is coming back from that show. They're just gonna bring new people in to replace some people. So, other than that, like, did you ever watch the '90s animated series or no?
No,
Okay,
I
I
wasn't. I the only X-Men thing I know is the movies.
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
the live
and
action ones.
so I mean, like, this is great news. Like, it's the thing I'm probably most excited for, but at the same time, like on that Disney Plus day, which was I think it was last week, or I hope maybe the week before. Please pardon me here. But they announced like a Marvel Zombies show, Spider-Man freshman year animated show, where it's like his origin thing. I think before Homecoming, they announced like another season of the What If animated show, then another live action spin-off from WandaVision, and I'm just like,
Who's gonna
I gotta.
watch all this shit?
Well, it's just I gotta say now it's getting to the point where the shows are becoming like the comics. This is a pretty hot take, or not. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just logical. Where it's becoming in like the comics, where there's so much content that's pushed out in general that like 90% of people are not going to be able to keep up with all of it, like the comics. You honestly, it's getting to the point where I mean, unless you have the time, go ahead and watch it. But
Nobody has the fucking time, man.
you're just gonna have to cherry pick what you want to see. So if you like the X-Men, you'll watch your X-Men stuff. If you like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like the comics now. Like no, I don't know people that are able to completely keep up with all the stuff Marvel has going on. Maybe there are people. I shouldn't say that, but it's difficult. It's time consuming. Like I have no way, I've in no shape or form in my life ever been able to keep up with everything going on in the DC universe, for example, at this point in time. Like I couldn't tell you
No,
even before. So it's like I don't know, man. I just think it's too much. I
it's
think
it,
it's
yeah, it's way too much.
I think some people really wanted this, but I think in life sometimes it's better to want
No,
something than to actually have it.
no
But
franchise, in my opinion, no big franchise in media has ever benefited from doubling down on their release schedule. Call of
yeah,
Duty, ever since it went yearly, I think I lost all interest in Call of Duty.
same.
You FIFA, no, I know FIFA is people care a lot, but other than people who are hardcore FIFA fans, nobody gives a fuck about FIFA.
Yeah.
Battlefield followed Call of Duty's release schedule, and look, nobody. It's not doing good, is what I'm saying. They have one or two good games here and there in between 5 6 years of shitty mediocre games. Like Assassin's Creed had to take a break. Star Wars was pumping out a film every fucking year. It,
Were they? Oh yeah, they did, right? Rogue
yeah,
One and all that stuff, like
yeah, like
Solo, Rogue
slow
One.
down, man.
It's like Mr. Aziz. Parker, stop,
Yeah,
stop.
stops. All the good, I think all the good trilogies had some years between them,
Yes, they do. Yeah,
right?
yeah. I don't know. I just all I hope, and it's probably not gonna come true, is like just quality. That's all. I just don't want the quality to be
It's
compromised.
it's the ambition, I think. It's the scale of these shows and TVs. So they could save a lot of budget by having it mostly be dialogue, and dialogue is cheap to film and shoot. And then yeah, like you said, then the action takes a hit because even though all this Marvel stuff is basically made in a big green room, I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so
dude. Oh, the Shang-Chi spoilers. I saw not Shang-Chi, the Shang-Chi bloopers. Have you seen them? You
no.
guys have to see. It's like a blue. Every blooper almost has a blue screen. I'm like, dude, how much of this shot
It's
was like, how much of this was shot on a soundstage or whatever the fuck? Like,
yeah.
I can't believe this.
It's basically shot in a green warehouse.
I'm gonna spoil it because there's a scene where, and it's not even a bad spoiler. It's
Ah,
like
you can spoil it.
Aquafina's character is in the car,
Yeah.
and they're outside of a hotel. Dude, the hotel was blue screen.
You can't even film in front of a fucking hotel?
I thought the background was legit. Like, oh, they filmed this
Oh
at a
man,
hotel.
that's awful.
I see a blue screen. I'm like, what?
That's
What
awful.
is happening? What the
And
fuck?
is it I think it would be cheaper to film in front of an actual hotel.
It must be
It's getting
scheduling. It must be.
ridiculous.
It must be scheduling. Something like that. I don't know what it is, but you're CGing in like, just a city.
Hotel, that's crazy.
Oh,
It's not a matter of how good you do it or how much you notice. It just becomes too like uncanny. Like even if your brain doesn't picks up on it subconsciously, you're thinking like this movie. Like you start feeling a difference between all these new movies and old movies, right?
yeah, you do.
Look at
Yeah, you really do.
when you go back to watch something like
Iron Man 1.
the Spider-Man trilogy or even earlier MCU stuff like Iron Man
Yeah.
or Captain America, you can tell that these were shot on location, a lot of these
Hmm.
scenes. And now
And
it's
like,
just
yeah, they CG a lot of suits on too. Like the Iron Man suit got more and more CG.
oh,
It used to be
that's
more
awful.
practical, so
Yeah.
it looked better when it was more practical. If you people have seen the new Spider-Man trailer,
I
like
have.
the Green Goblin, his suit is CG'd. It's not. I don't think it's practical
I'm
as
not
much. It's
surprised.
and I'm like, dude, it looked better when it was practical. It's tangible. It feels. Anyway, yeah. Enough about us. Kind of. I mean, as much as I like the content and
It's
I'll
like
watch it.
auto tune. It's like
What
the
do you
auto
mean?
tune version of movies.
Oh, oh. I see
Right?
what you mean. I got you. I got you.
Or
Oh,
it's like instead of using actual instruments, you use synthesizers. Maybe that's more accurate,
that is better than the last example. Yeah, that's definitely a
right?
good
You
point.
listen to old music and you can hear the imperfections of
Yeah,
the guitar playing. You can hear his fingers sliding across the fretboard. The drums, they're not perfect. You can hear like odd sounds and imperfections. That's I think that's what I like about it.
yeah. And what's the other thing I was gonna say? I think we both have a friend in common. He was the one that opened my eyes to like noticing when it's synthesized and when it's legit. Like he would just
Yeah.
call it out. He's like synthesized, and I'm like, oh, you can tell this. Because I'm a what do you call it? A pleb at music taste and picking
Yeah.
up that stuff. But anyway,
Yeah.
I want you to carry us into this next topic about Xbox, please.
All right, so in a surprise drop, Xbox has released a whole bunch of new games for its backwards compatibility
No.
program. Oh no, we're not off to a good start. So, as you know, on the Xbox One and Xbox Series consoles, a lot of games from the previous generations, from the original Xbox to the Xbox 360, are not only backwards compatible, but also they get a frame rate and resolution boost up to 4K 60 FPS. And without, if you still have the original game for no additional cost. If you have I don't have one right now. If you have let's say if you have an original Max Payne, the original Xbox disc, you can just plug it into your Xbox One and you get basically a free remastered game. That's awesome.
Well, that is awesome.
Yeah. So there's been quite a few games for a while. They have some poll system of having people recommend. Obviously, there's limitations when it comes to licensing and whatnot. So I'm trying to find the new list. Yeah, so I got it here. I'll name off some noticeable additions,
please.
and you can put your comments on it.
Yep.
50 Cent Blood on the Sand. That's the first game.
I've been listening to 50 Cent the past few days. What's wrong with you? What's with the timing?
That's the first game
I'm
on this list. Oh, it's first because of the alphabetical. Yeah.
That's why.
50 Cent.
The timing, though, because I've been listening to so much 50 Cent lately.
All right,
Okay.
so shout out to people who are playing 50 Cent Blood on the Sand. Now they get to play it on Xbox One with better graphics potentially.
Dude, I remember being hyped for the 50 Cent game in 2005. That went on GameCube, Xbox, and PS2. There was a 50 Cent something game.
Isn't it just him going around shooting Middle Eastern people?
No, that's Blood on the Sand.
Oh, that's this one.
He's going around shooting me.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Keep going. What else?
All right, what do we got? Are you smarter than a fifth grader? I mean,
Is Howie in there? Howie Mandel?
so were people begging for this game to be backwards compatible? I don't get it.
Only people who eat granola bars.
Yeah. I don't know okay, we got some good ones. We got Dead or Alive 1, 3, and 4.
Oh yeah, I know why I played Dead or Alive. I don't know about you people.
I don't know why 2 isn't on here, but I guess.
Never played 2, I think.
Shout out 1, 3, and 4. Not bad, not bad. They got Disney's Chicken Little. Why?
Chicken Little?
Who was begging for Chicken Little on the Xbox 360 to be backwards compatible?
Oh my god, I remember what I don't remember. Chicken Little is a movie that my brain has deleted.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was pretty
remember-
forgettable, I'd say.
I didn't remember a thing.
Yeah. Okay, Fear. Those are some first-person horror games. I think I mentioned it before, they still have some of the best AI in games to this day,
Oh,
and they
yeah,
came
that's
out
right.
in 2005, so that's pretty good. We got the Max Payne trilogy. Hell yeah, that's an
yes.
awesome series of games. They got the
Can I
two.
ask you something?
Yeah.
About Max Payne? Did you play it when you weren't supposed to play it like I
Of
did?
course, like everybody.
Yeah, dude, that shit was.
Dude, I remember those
I-
games kicked my ass when I was a kid.
I played it on PC. That's when I first played Max.
Me
Payne.
too.
Oh my god.
They were not easy games.
No, but it was
Yeah.
just so cool at the time. All the different weapons. There was like a weapon wheel, wasn't there? The first one. I played the first.
No,
one.
it wasn't a weapon wheel. It was that scrolling thing that all the games had back in the day. Weapon wheel is like a new thing.
I don't know. Something was like. Anyway,
Yeah.
keep going.
Mortal Kombat 2009. Okay, that's a pretty good game.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's a
know
good
that
one. Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. Okay, I don't know how they pulled that off. You'd think with licensing and stuff it would be harder, but
I don't think so because doesn't Warner Brothers own NetherRealm?
oh yeah, I guess now.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
why
good,
it was
good
possible.
point. The good point. They got the original Nier. I heard that's like a hidden gem.
Mirror?
Nier.
Oh, Nier.
Like the prequel to Nier Automata.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, never played that.
All right, they got some Ridge Racer 6. Hell yeah.
Yes.
We should play some Ridge Racer when you come over next time.
We should. And Ridge Racer 6 has that bomb menu music.
Nice.
You guys should listen to it.
Yeah.
I might even, if I make this a clip, I'll put in a sample of it.
Hell
in
yeah.
a second.
So, alright. Ridge Racer is that game where you're making 90-degree turns at 200 kilometers per hour, right?
Burnout's the same.
Really?
Yeah, Burnout.
I
you
think
do
Ridge
crazy
Racer
shit.
is the one when you drift, you actually go faster.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't think you can do that in Burnout, but in Ridge Racer, I think you
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
I think. Anyway,
Okay, what else? Skate 2. I know that's a popular game, but again, with some of these games, you're like, why that one?
I own a copy of Skate 2. Good game.
Okay, like it's just like Dead or Alive. Why that particular?
I don't know.
Okay, I guess
All I
so.
know is that there's a game mode called Hall of Meat, I think, where you basically like do jackass shit and fling yourself off the skateboard, and
Oh
whoever
shit.
gets injured the hardest wins the game. That's all I played with friends when they came over. We just played Hall of Meat.
Yeah.
So much fun. So much fun.
Cool, cool. Okay, we got a couple of Star Wars games. One of them being Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, Clone Wars, Episode 3, Starfighter. I don't know what any of those are. I think I've heard things about Jedi Knight being good, but
Never played them.
I never played them. Time Splitters, I heard that's a good game.
I've heard, never played it though.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for the noticeable ones.
That's good. That was
There's
hilarious.
yeah,
The 50
there's
Cent one was the best.
yeah, there's like such weird picks here. Like they got a couple of SpongeBob games. Like, is anybody dying to play SpongeBob on the 360?
Can you name which SpongeBob game?
Underpants Slam and Truth
What the f-
SpongeBob's Truth or Square trademark.
Nah, I'm not dying to play those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I'm
how
not.
did these make the cut?
I don't know.
Because
Those aren't
SpongeBob,
the
you'd have to
games.
pay the
Nickelodeon.
pay Nickelodeon or whatever.
I
Yeah, I
wonder who
don't
they're
see
with.
any other
Paramount? Aren't they under Paramount? I don't
Nickelodeon.
know. Yeah.
It's like the one thing that's not owned by Disney, right?
Yeah. 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 They made that Nickelodeon fighting game, didn't they?
I still want to check that out.
I'd try it. I don't know
Yeah,
if I'd like it, but I'd try it.
I don't want to buy it, but if somebody owns it, I'll fucking try it.
Same. Same.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Now, here's the classic segment of the weird news. The FBI talked about in LAX, there's a jetpack man, a quote unquote jetpack man whose sightings may have been actually balloons.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't write
Yeah,
this shit.
yeah.
There's pilots were flying in and out of LA during late 2020, and they reported like seeing a dude piloting a jetpack near the airport, and two pilots reported like seeing something just of like July of this year that passed. But apparently, there was a photo that was captured by the LA police in a helicopter last November, not this November. And it showed like a balloon that was in the shape of Jack Skellington, who was a fucking character. If you guys know Nightmare, is it Nightmare? Yeah, the Nightmare Before Christmas.
No.
And apparently that was the dude that they mistook for what do you call it? A jetpack guy. And all I could think of was that one where the people left the dummy, that mannequin hanging on the mountain, and they thought it was an actual person.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is kind of reminding me of that, and that was in I think that was in L.A. as well. So what's going on in L.A.?
So this is a balloon. Okay, so somebody purposely made this balloon to look like a
Jack
human.
Skellington.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Jack
I guess so.
Skellington. I think. Oh, is this a remainder of Halloween? Yeah, it is
I
Jack Skellington.
Yeah, it's Halloween leftovers.
Yeah, it's leftover Halloween.
But on another note, like that's actually my dream. When I win the lottery, I dreamed of getting a jetpack and like dashing around the city while like eating hot dogs. I'm dead serious. That sounds like a fun time. I actually wanted a jetpack for real. If I
I
win the lottery, I'm getting a jetpack. I might get shot down and arrested, but that's okay. It'll be
oh
worth it.
okay, it'll
I
be
can say
worth it.
I rode a jetpack,
Yeah.
and then I lost my ear because my ear got shot off in the air. But anyway, uh, some other news was that I feel like these two stories are connected, but they're not. One's in Colorado, one's in Cali. But a bear that like he raided leftover KFC from a California man's kitchen counter.
Oh, jeez, that's awful.
And if you look at the picture in the video, I think there's a video, or I'm
Yeah,
not
look,
sure.
I'd rather not.
Dude, that bear is me after my diet right now attacking somebody's leftover fried chicken. Fried chicken's like my favorite food, I think. That's me, man. That's gonna be me in a couple months when I'm out of this diet. Um, Diet is an awful word. Anyway, um, but in my head canon, what this bear did was eat this KFC, and then he went into this guy's car and took a shit in the back seat, which is apparently what happened in Colorado.
It's like a
This bear,
Chad bear.
Yeah, he.
Breaks into your house, eats your KFC, and then shits in your car.
That would be a
That's
Chad
like an
bear.
alpha Chad bear.
Precisely. You come in my house, you eat my
Yeah,
food, and you shit in my fucking car.
yeah.
Uh, and the creme de la creme, and you're gonna like my use of the word cream. The creme de la creme is a Dutch university's rare penis plant has bloomed. You heard me. A penis
Okay.
plant. And I'm like, and I all I could think of when I read this article is, look, it's my new favorite plant because I'm such a sick freak with all my disgusting jokes. But apparently, it's called a penis plant because the bloom is phallic shaped. By the way, phallic is like a top 10
I
word.
know, I know.
I love that word. Just it's phallic. It's just such a great word. But apparently, it only blooms once every 2 decades. And the university's botanical garden hasn't had a single one of these bloom since 1997.
Fascinating.
Anyway, a dick plant, and the university apparently they made arrangements to allow a public viewing to see the flower bloom, and then they wanted the people to experience its famously foul odor, which is often compared to rotting flesh. And you know what? Fuck it. That's what happens when you don't use manscaped.com and you don't
Ugh.
shave that love stick, guys. Whoever's listening, shave
No.
that love stick.
No. Not until we get paid.
Wash that death
Shut
asshole
the
of yours with a
fuck up.
loofah. Get
No.
another loofah for your asshole, unless you want to smell like the dick plant blooming. Go to
Don't don't listen to this man.
They'll listen to him.
Don't shower, don't clean, don't do nothing.
And meanwhile, Gmail shows a pop up on my screen saying, Saints Row Gat Out of Hell is on sale now from your wish
Fuck
list.
off.
Thank you, Steve. I really wanted to play Gat Out of Hell. Oh, they're making a Saints Row reboot, by the way.
Ooh.
I should bring that up, but I don't know what's going on with that.
I
I hope
hope
it's
they go back to their more like
serious.
yeah, serious gangster roots, and not this goofy shit that they got
Thank
going
you.
on.
I'm
Yeah,
glad you agree with me because I can't stand the goofier shit.
yeah,
1 and 2 are the best ones, man. Not 3 and 4. But
hell yeah.
four was I didn't like 4. I'm sorry to say.
No.
Even though it had like superpowers, it was too much. It was
Yeah.
just you were too busted. And here's what we ended with. We talked about death odors, and it's perfect to transition into my question for you, good sir. Have you ever tempted fate with a wet fart and survived? As in not shit your pants, or have you escaped with only gas, or have you sharded and lived with the consequences? Have you ever had a moment where you like completely, you tried to execute Order 66 in fart, but then it turned out to be worse than you thought, or no? Or do you even want to share that?
This is the question we're ending with.
Yeah, man, we're gonna end with this question.
Now you tell yours. I have an actual question after.
Sure. Well, I can tell you guys that I have been fortunate enough to have never sharded myself, but I've had it where there's a wet fart and I tempted it.
Is this necessary?
Oh, absolutely, because we talked about foul odors. We're disgusting. We're bottom dwellers. This is a bottom
Jeez.
dwelling topic. It has to be talked about.
Why
Fellow
can't we go to the surface from time to time?
No, we're not allowed. By proxy of our podcast name, we can't go to the surface.
All
But
right.
yeah, I've tempted fate in the past 2 weeks. I've had wet farts, but I've managed to have the alarms go off in my asshole, and I clenched right in time. Last night I was pissing. I almost shit myself. I'm not kidding you. I don't know what happened. I know what happened, but I almost shit my pants yesterday taking a piss. Not even my pants. My ass was out. So anyway, what's your question for me? Fucker.
Uh, since you brought up the X-Men comics,
Yes.
I you ever tried like watching cartoons or played video games that you played as a kid that were made for kids, and were you ever taken aback with these cartoons or games that you played recently by how it doesn't hold up, or even books? You know
Uh,
what I mean? I'll give
yes.
you an example because
Yeah, you go ahead.
when I was a teenager, I was reading these Hunger Game books, right?
Okay.
And when they came out, and I read them like I couldn't stop, I couldn't put them down, right? I had to read it until I finished it,
Yep.
and it was so it was like one of my favorites at that time. And then recently, I was just waiting in a lobby somewhere, and I saw the books again. So I'm like, let me pick it up and see, like reminisce. And now I read it, not to be like, I don't know what's the word, not to be like elitist or something, but the literature was so like young adult child or even childish, I'd say. Like it was hard to read.
Jesus
like
Christ.
like I'm not into like high literature or Shakespeare or anything like that, but it was like reading a children's book.
I my experience with that was actually about that X-Men show. When I filled the gaps of episodes I didn't see last quarantine or
Yeah.
last summer quarantine, I even caught it with the Spider-Man 90s animated series, like where certain like pieces of dialogue or ways that characters acted was very 90s, but also it's just, do you know when a character has it, like when they spell out what's going on?
Yeah.
That's kind of the stuff that would happen. And some of the dialogue was a bit, I like cheese, but some of it was just eh. But other than that, like that 90s X-Men show is still amazing. But I know what you mean. I can't think of a game that I revisited where, or a book where I was like, oh, this is not as good as I thought it was. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, there was a Spider-Man issue
It
where
doesn't have to be
Spider-Man.
not as good as you thought it was, but like something that you liked as a kid, but then as an adult, you're like, this is too childish now.
Oh, I can't say the childish because I was gonna bring up another thing where Spider-Man got these thing called stingers, like actual stingers, and he got like stronger in the comics in like 2005. And as a young man, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Then I got older and I said, no, that is one of the most stupid stories that's
Yeah.
in the Spider-Man comics. So
I kind of
I don't
feel
know.
like that about all the shonen animes.
That's fair
Like
too.
as a
Yeah.
kid, I would watch Dragon Ball or or whatever fairy tale, and it's not like they're made for kids, but they're definitely made for maybe teenagers, young adults, and you try to watch something like that when you're older, and you're like, this shit is so
Ah,
brain dead. Like,
I can deal
how
with
can you watch this without losing brain cells?
I can deal with Bleach. I can't deal with Naruto, like the first
I'd
Naruto.
rather put
Shippuden, I can deal with Shippuden, but I can't deal with Bleach.
I'd rather put bleach in my eyes.
Sorry, I can deal with Bleach. Fuck you. I like Bleach. I really like that, and I'm glad they're getting their show back sometime next year or this
Yeah.
year. I don't know. I should look that up after this podcast. Is Bleach? When is that first episode coming out? Because they're animating the new arc. Anyway,
Then again, there's some cartoons that you watch that you could even watch right now. Like, still, still doesn't feel like you're watching a kid's cartoon. Like,
Spectacular Spider-Man.
okay,
That one. That's a good one.
I think I'd say the Last Airbender and Korra shows. There,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, those two.
they're
Although I've
still
never
enjoyable.
watched Korra, so.
Yeah, really good.
All right, man. I think we're good to go here. Apologies, we're a couple days late. We're it'll. I mean, what am I saying? This episode will be up soon. You're gonna hear it when you hear it, anyway.
Yeah.
So, uh, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the shit stories and my and the Taylor Swift story. Well, what a juxtaposition! Coffee and
don't
actually
even
no
put
coffee.
don't even
Coffee
put the
makes you
don't even
coffee
put
makes you
those
want
two
to
in the
take a
same
shit.
sentence.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't
I
even
won't
think
offend
about
Taylor
it.
Swift. I'm very
Don't
sorry.
even fucking think about it.
Don't even think.
Forget
Anyway,
about it, huh?
forget about it. So you know the usual people. Subscribe on the YouTubes at Bottom Dweller Banter BDB. We have the profile picture with the blue background with the fish, with the microphone hanging down. It's very phallic. See what I did there? Uh,
Oh, I
I
gotta
can't.
change that.
No, I can't unsee it when I said that.
Oh, why did you say that?
That's okay. Don't worry. We make a lot of these dick jokes anyway. Spotify, Bottom Dweller Banter, Twitter at BD Banter Podcast, Instagram at Bottom Dweller Banter. And do you have anything you want to like plug of your own like projects or something? Anything like that you want to bring up before we go?
Nope.
I just thought I'd throw it out there.
No,
Okay.
no time this week for any music stuff. So
And for me, oh yeah, I mean I'm on a bit of a stream break because I'm trying to.
good,
Not because
man.
I'm tired of it, but I've been on a break for about 2 weeks now.
Yeah, you need the break.
Well,
You
it
were
wasn't-
you were doing like every day for how long though?
No, every day I stopped that very soon after.
Still
I was
almost
doing-
every day.
I was doing 5 out of 7 days.
Yeah,
But
that's
then
still
I
that's
never
still a
got
lot.
burned out, but I will say that I wanted to provide some new content on stream and chop one extra day off. So make it more entertaining and less hours. So I have to work on that. When that's complete, I will be back on streaming at twitch.tv/radicus_. I think for now, you could see me once a week, maybe on Sundays, but other than that, yeah, I'm not streaming at the moment. But anyway, give that channel a follow. You'll see.
Oh yeah, brother.
I'll talk about it on our podcast when I do bring out that newer content. So, which is good ideas. I just have to execute it before I execute myself. Anyway, good. I almost said good night. It could be good night where you are. Everybody take care. It has been, that was a fun podcast. I'll catch you guys later.
See ya.
Peace.